How do you follow up a review that you feel is of a game that's one of your favorites on a system? Well, this time around with Atari April here on my YouTube channel, I decided to go with a game that I had never played before until the beginning of this week. This game is often considered one of the best games that is off the beaten path of Atari 2600 games. When you think of Atari 2600 games, everybody knows Asteroids, Miss Pac-Man, and Space Invaders. But there were a lot of great games by a wide variety of publishers. One third-party company that is most prevalent when it comes to Atari 2600 games would be Activision. They published a ton of titles, including this one. H.E.R.O is short for Helicopter Emergency Rescue Operation. In this game, you're in control of Roderick H.E.R.O, equipped with a helicopter backpack, dynamite, and a helmet-mounted laser cannon, traveling down a series of caverns in order to rescue miners. Each rescue operation is increasingly perilous as you encounter bats, spiders, snakes, walls, and volcanic magma that you must navigate around or blast out of your way. Dropping down the wrong hole can lead to certain doom, or at least wasting helicopter power. Games like this are very limited by the hardware of the 2600, but this one does pretty darn good with what it has to work with. Visuals are all clean and simple with obstacles that are easy to discern. The controls are intuitive. The game is, not unlike most old school Atari games out there, very easy to pick up and play. Like a lot of vintage video games, one of the keys to getting good at this one is memorization. Your first time playing, there are a ton of traps you have little or no chance of avoiding, so it's all about playing it and getting better with every attempt. Unless you're playing it with a few beers in you, then that might be a different story. This is a game that I really don't have any nostalgia for. It's a game that I actually never knew existed up until getting into the YouTube retro gaming community. Now that I've finally gotten around to checking it out, I'm really glad that I did, and personally, I think that if you get around to checking it out, you'll be glad you did too. This game can be found on a number of Activision compilations for consoles and computers. It was also ported to a number of old school computer platforms back in the day. You could probably find it on some digital downloading services if you know where to look. You could also probably try to emulate it, but that, as we all know, can be a little bit of a crapshoot. And speaking of emulation, as it is the only chance most of us will ever get to play this one, there is a version of H.E.R.O released on the Sega SG-1000. That was Sega's predecessor to the Master System that never saw the light of day here in the US. Instead of a helicopter, our hero has a jetpack. Wouldn't that make him a Jiro instead of a hero? Just a thought. Hope you've enjoyed this review. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.
If you like what you see, feel free to check me out on social media. Otherwise, you can subscribe to this channel. I do new videos every Friday, sometimes on Wednesdays too. Once again, thank you for watching. Take care.